This video is going to be the first one of a little series that I'm putting together. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do every single drill in the Raider maps. Right now, only the piece control ones and the mechanic maps. Quick disclaimer, if there's any sort of map that you want to learn how to do, leave the code for it and what it is down below in the comments. I don't think there's a single tutorial out there that shows you how to do every single drill in the map. These videos aren't going to do too well at the start, and I'm hoping they pick up later, so a like would be very much appreciated. The one we're doing is the mechanics map version 3, and this is going to be the first one in the series because this is the one that I use the most out of all of them. Here's the code for this map on the screen right now, and also it's going to be at the top of the description if you want to copy paste it. Now, before I get into some chill music, I'm going to tell you that the editing while moving is something that I don't really practice, and when you go into it, you hit the play button, it just spawns you in random spots and you can practice editing and resetting, and then eventually after a while of doing the same sort of movement, it will like transfer you over to a new edit, and you could just keep repping this out if you're kind of not that good at these. To be honest, they're good. I just think that your time is better worth spending somewhere else. Okay, so now we're getting into the real stuff. We're gonna go from left to right, but first we're gonna start out with build and replace drill number 1. So just a quick disclaimer, I tried my absolute best to get it literally perfect in every single course. Some of these drills I choke a few times, maybe like I miss an edit or something, but I just continue it anyway because you're gonna get the point. I tried my best to get it absolutely perfect. I spent about an hour and 20-ish in this map. If you want to skip to a certain drill, I'm gonna number each one that I'm currently doing, and then I'm gonna also timestamp the different categories in this map. So like I said in the beginning of this video, I actually use this map a decent amount in my routine and stuff. So after I Kovacs, I aim train, and then I come in here. I try to practice my mechs and just get all the timing down and whatnot. And also, just so you know, there's some of these drills that I don't really like to use, and then there's some that I actually like a lot. Also, a little friendly reminder, you can do these drills in any way you please, but this is how I personally go about them. There's no right or wrong way to go about making these edits and placing these builds. So if you find a more optimal way than I did, then feel free to practice that instead. I'm not gonna lie, some of these can be a little challenging because there's just a billion different ways to do it. But at the end of the day, what I tried to do is just be fluid with all the motions. A good tip that Jiven told me about when I'm doing these maps is that you kind of want to make your hands really tired after a while. You don't just want to practice it blindly or just do it really slow. You want to build up that speed in these maps. That's what the practice is for. Oh, and there's just one thing I wanted to mention too. I tried to do these as fast as I can without messing up like I said, but if you need to, you can lower the playback speed of the video to see what builds I place first and stuff like that. So yeah, good luck. I'll probably tune in every now and then if I miss something, but enjoy for now. Okay, so that's all the build and replace. Now we're heading over to targets, and these are my favorite to practice. I do these almost every time I hop into this map. all the piece control tunnel drills are now done. Here we go to the piece control peak training. Personally, I just put it on normal and hit play, but you could turn the damage off if you're really annoyed by it. I wouldn't recommend that though. And this is just kind of unrealistic in my opinion, but it could be good. So I hit play. Now it pretty much loads me in these drills and I'm going to show you how I do them. And there's just like a bunch of them that randomly spawn at different times. The goal is to do perfect right hand peaks and piece control so you don't take any damage. If you do it right, you're not going to take damage. But a lot of times, like I even still mess up while I practice. It's kind of just like a little freestyle to get to the guy's box. And I practice doing the peaks without taking damage. Now, believe it or not, I'm actually doing it pretty good right now. Oh, that was really slow. But you'll see I haven't taken any damage yet because my peaks have been so optimal. But I just try and not let myself be seen. If I know for a fact if you guys try it, especially if you're new, it's gonna be really hard. Like right there, that was bad. This one's a lot harder to explain because it's literally just kind of like a freestyle to just practice piece control in this bot without taking damage. If I say not taking damage one more time, I actually might lose my mind. But this is just good practice that I do a lot, and it really does help me in game. I'm not gonna lie. Ah. Okay, for the most part, I think I showed most of the drills, so let's get out of that. This to me is pretty much kind of pointless, and I don't really like to do this one too much, but if I do it, I like to have high, low ground, and then the bot health I put to max, and then it's just a 1v8. And then the way to start it is you just shoot the one that you want. The purple is already selected. So I'm just going here and it loads me in the map like this. And now I just try to not take damage against these bots. Oh my God, there's so many of them. And I just try to kill these bots behind right-hand peaks. And it can get pretty serious pretty quick. I'm not going to lie. Oh, pump is reloaded. And you could use metal if you want, but it's literally just like a free-for-all. And whenever I do this, I always try and line up headshots with the bots. It's like really loud right now. And you just kind of run around in between the builds. And just like imagine that they're real players. The last guy. Ah. Yeah, but that one's kind of a little boring to me. I really don't like that one. This is the Edit Tower Infinite. And I don't do this too much. I used to do it, but I try and practice my edit speed with this. Usually when you start out, what you want to do is you want to start out by just doing 2 real quick. And then you can kind of pick up the pace as you get better at it. I'm not the best, as you could see, but I mean, I think I'm getting almost every single one. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not you're hitting the edit. Oh, but my fingers are burning. And then you just look up and you can see how much you edited. No big deal there. The AI bot Freebuild is one of my favorite things to do. So after I usually do these, I'll come over here and do this. And every time you emote, it resets the builds, which is very useful to know because it gets cluttered pretty quick. So pretty much what Jivin told me and what I started doing because of Jivin was that I'm trying to just piece control and do an edit course and do it 5 perfect times. So like I'm just going to do an edit course and hopefully just run around and piece control some of the bots. But I want to do it without choking. Right now I'm choking. And I always try and do max pumps like I talked about. If you're not doing headshots, then you're pretty much not doing it right. Okay, so let's get one good edit course and then we'll leave this. Oh, here we go. And I whiffed the shot. But you get the point. Pretty self-explanatory. Anytime you kill one of them, they literally will just respawn in the air like a glider. Okay, so now we're going to go back. And from here, we're literally almost done. You could have a timer up, by the way, if you wanted to. So you could see how long you're in the map for when you're in one of these modes. This is the free build section. If you want to know how I do this mode, I literally will come over here sometimes to the infinite build replace section. And I'll try to practice boxing up next to a guy. So I'll do something like this. And I'll just try and take his wall, play safe. And the bot's 200 HP, so it just respawns you next to the thing every single time. Some of the ways you're going to do it is literally just like this. I'm going to show you again in slow-mo. So I'll come over, I'll double edit down, and then as I'm falling, I'll flip this into a stair so I can't get shot, and I'll come around the other side like this. And now I have like a little right-hand peek where I could shoot if he runs at me and reset, or I could just take the wall, do a Mongrel Classic, and then just kill this guy. For the most part, though, I'm always practicing this move right here. Like that. That's something that pros always do. Now, Raider, I need to know what is coming soon. It's literally been like 5 months. But now we're officially done with this map. So let's head over to the mechanics map version 2.